go, look at that. I go. Hello.
Hello.
Hi, Richard.
How's France?
Hectic, tiresome, but awesome fun.
You sound really tired.
I'm really tired.
Have you come back to a shitload of work?
Shitload of work, shitload of reality.
Catch up.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah.
So a good start with shit.
Yeah. The bleep load of the bleeps. Are we supposed to not be swearing now?
Yeah,
For
no
real?
swearing. I think if we introduce cakes instead of swear words,
yeah.
it'll just make it more PG, and James's kids will understand as well. Oh,
You're not going to teach me to say muffin instead of...
muffin, scone, crumpet, with a Victoria sponge.
We'll have to edit it.
Don't look at the camera.
How's it going, Martin? What are we doing at the moment?
We are currently preparing for a little road trip to France.
Ah,
So I'm just giving the old car a once over, changing some vitals, checking some nuts,
okay.
twisting some flanges, put my fingers in holes.
Oh, stop.
No, we're just changing some differential fluid. We now have...
Differential
We had some
fluid.
issues at T-side with the new shifter misselecting a gear sometimes, so we've now put a solid gearbox mount on.
Just that.
We've still got one rubber one because we can't get the solid, it's at a funny angle. So
It's a funny
one's
angle.
enough. One's enough, hopefully. And
Should be good to go.
be good to go, yeah.
Good stuff. We made it! We're here with the DW. It is now just gone 4 AM. We've got to wait for the ferry until 5:50. It's all good. We're a little bit tired. Martin drove all the way. How you feeling right now, Martin?
Tired.
Too sleepy.
It's sleep.
So from my perspective, I don't really know much about the event other than what I saw on the internet, which seemed like mad drama.
The day before was hectic, and then the day prepping and packing up and then drove through the night to get a very early morning ferry.
Funnily enough, I got a message from Dan Chapman,
yeah,
one
he's
of our
on
old
there, yeah.
Drivers, used to
That's
drive
it.
for us, saying, "Dude, where's the Skyline
Yeah.
going at 2:30 in the morning?" And I was like, "It's okay."
Yeah, he actually messaged me as well, and I didn't see the message till like an hour afterwards, and I said,
Yeah.
yeah, it's all cool, but that's
It's
really
okay.
cool that
It is,
somebody
Yeah, it's really sound.
sees the car and
Looking out
thinks
for us
about
like
things
that.
like that, yeah, so
Yeah, man. Thanks, Dan.
yeah, thanks Dan.
We're getting on the boat. Oh God, it's so early.
Luxury, I've got sofa, I've got sleep.
Sleeping on a very comfortable sofa, and Martin decides to go down here. Da 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 da. We're here. We have arrived at Calais. Hello, sunshine. Seeing signs for Le Mans and tours. Where we're going. We have finally arrived. Yippee! Woohoo!
This is the track. Start line here.
Couple of times practice. Just getting used to the track as it's quite banked. Look at him. Look at the serious face on him.
Did you get much practice on day one?
I did 2 runs.
In how long?
2 runs.
In 2 hours. It's a busy day. They're trying to run the French series alongside the European series as well, so that the French guys had their practice before, and you know, there's just cars, people everywhere, and a loss of translation and stuff ends up taking a lot longer because there's translation issues and everything like that, which is always the case with most European events.
Yeah, it is, especially the first time you do them. I know that everybody has a different way of doing stuff, but you know, in some ways it was
because I think
nice
these events ran off the back of, say, the French Federation of Drifting, FDSA or something I think it's called, and then the Drift GP works together with those, so there's always boundaries and mountains to climb with each of those.
So I'm correct in thinking that Drift GP is just Drift All Stars, isn't it?
It's just rebranded.
Okay, they rebranded Drift All Stars.
So it's the same team, same guy running it.
Yeah.
Morning. It's 9 o'clock Saturday. I just had briefing. It's fucking hot already. So yeah, just gonna go out and try and get this track figured. It's a bank circuit. It's something totally different for me, and we only managed 2 runs yesterday, so I'm really keen to try and get out there now and get this line dialed so we can actually have a hope in hell in qualifying. I've installed the life-saving device.
Oh, yeah.
Here.
As we are at 32 degrees at the moment.
32 degrees, and I think the track temperature is above 40.
Yeah.
So the tarmac's 40 degrees, so
This
it's
is
super
the
hot, but
lifesaver.
this has saved my day today, so well done, Phil.
So you've never been on this track before then?
No, never. And I've never driven a bank circuit before.
Okay, so how does it compare to any track that you've driven on? What's the nearest track to that you've driven on? Birmingham Wales.
Yeah, and that's like nigh on no bank compared to this.
Birmingham Wales is quite shallow, isn't it?
I think it was 9 degrees. It was saying.
9 degrees. Okay, that doesn't sound like a lot, does it? But I
guess it
I
doesn't.
don't know what Irwindale is or anything like that. That's the only one that I've driven.
It was hard to walk up it from the bottom to the edge.
Okay. That's pretty serious then.
So I found one, I had way too much grip.
Right. On the bank specifically.
On the bank specifically, and any kind of correction, whether you lifted off throttle, it brought you straight down off the high line into the middle. It was so hard, and you had no chance of getting back up there.
Right. Okay.
It wasn't like you could do
a clutch kick.
A clutch kick or even left foot brake tended to pull you right down the bank as well. You had to find the line from the entry.
Right.
You had to pick your point, find your line, get up high, and if you needed to make any correction, you were falling down.
Right.
That's why later on in the battles, I think there were so many issues with straightens or something like that.
Stuff that looked sketchy.
Yeah, stuff that looked sketchy, and people got penalised for it. Really.
The car's going to weigh twice as much on a bank corner, isn't it? There's some rule
so
where a car literally, the second it starts squatting down, weight dramatically increases immediately.
I was finding that I ended up having to raise the back of the car because I know it was sacrilege.
Well, that's it. Take the t-shirt off. All done.
Well, I've lowered it again now.
Corrected it. Yeah.
And were you like up in the tyre pressures and stuff?
Yeah. I ended up crazy enough on 40 psi for qualifying. Yeah.
And that combined with the heat as well, I bet
PSI.
the pressure was
5 clicks from all the way hard.
Yeah.
And
raised
it
up a bit. My God.
So how was qualifying then?
It's showtime.
Right, Martin Richards done his first run. Looked pretty savage. When he gets out of this sweat box, we'll find out how he feels about the whole thing.
That wasn't too shabby for a first run. I think it's the deepest I've gone into that box all day, and everything else went quite smoothly, so hopefully that's a pretty good first qualifier.
So I qualified 5th.
Oh, well done.
So that was alright.
Congratulations. How did the rest of... So who else was out there then? So it was you...
The seasoned Drift All Stars drivers, so Nigel Colfer, Frederikus Oxgenard, Juha Potolowski, I can never pronounce
What's he in? What's he
name.
drive?
Westlake E92.
Oh, okay.
800 Brazilian horsepower.
Oh, the green one?
Yeah.
We saw him in Poland, didn't we?
Yeah.
The white E92.
Oh, it was white then, yeah. It was
yeah.
a bit of a serious bit of kit.
Yeah.
That, wasn't it?
Another E46 M3 Aramis Viscolassus. Again, I probably not pronounced that right. Another 800 horsepower M3 engine. E46.
How are they dealing with the heat and stuff like that on these mega turbocharged engines?
I know Nigel Colfer and Jack Shannon both had problems with boiling fuel.
Right.
In the fuel lines or coming from the rail. So they had misfire issues and all sorts. A lot of people were actually dealing with the heat issues. Yeah. So it was interesting.
How did you find it?
Perfect.
No issues.
No problem apart from myself getting hot in the car.
Dear. So you qualified 5th then?
Yeah.
Who were you against?
First battle was against a French driver. Don't know his name. It was a Green E30.
Okay.
It was pretty straightforward. Just went through there. Now, interestingly enough, obviously quite a lot of the lower down of the grid were quite slow cars, and lots of them weren't taking the high lines. So that was an increased pressure chasing.
Yeah, absolutely, with extra grip.
Yeah, and obviously I was doing all my chase battles in 3rd gear when I was doing my leads in 4th.
Right.
Just because, again, I found the gearing a bit wrong.
Yeah, it's
for
like
this
between.
Circuit, so between. So 4th, if I had to make a correction, I knew I would have been down the bank.
Right.
Where 3rd.
Oh, so is that a risk then? If you change your speed or your line, you're going to just fall straight off?
Any slight correction, and I would say you'd fall 2-3 meters offline.
Right.
Easily.
And that's how it looks so terrible instantly when you're watching.
And that's why
I live stream.
I reckon the battles weren't as close as they could be.
Yeah.
Throughout the whole event, it's not a good battle. You know, it's not close battles because any correction on that high bank and it's lost, and it just, you lose so much proximity.
Yeah.
So is that what happened to you when you got knocked out?
No, when I got knocked out, my diff broke.
Oh, did I recall a conversation between you two just before you left?
Yes.
Where Martin said to me, the diff feels like it's got a little bit of slop in it, and I said, you want to be really careful with that because that's the first sign of something that might break. Yeah. Unfortunately, we had the conversation about an hour before you left.
I was literally doing the checks on the car, checked the diff oil, thought it needed changing, came up here to get some oil, and
So what was it, ring gear or was it?
It's just stripped, the ring and the pinion.
Toasted a lot. Yeah. And that's a 33 GTR diff, I think, isn't it? Or is it a 32?
I think it's 32, but what I've found out is you can actually fit the GTST ring gear and pinion.
That's the same size.
It's an R200 diff. So.
Yeah, it's the internals that are different for the GTR and the output shafts.
So the pumpkin's different and the output shafts are bigger, so I'm hoping I can just...
fucking gutted to have a driveline failure. So that's not the way you wanted it to go, but that was in the top 8, was it?
Yeah, it was, full top 4.
Okay,
so you could watch a lot the rest of the driving then?
I could do, yeah.
And was that fun?
Sat up on the bank and saw all the controversial decisions and
the drama unfold.
The drama and
So
it's all very well like me and 1,000 other people sitting on the internet watching the live stream, but I guess it was a very different show for the people there and the judges, I'm guessing, from their perspective.
Yeah, definitely. And they actually noticed that the certain guy in question was doing the same entry consistently in practice and qualifying.
Right. It was like
he was slowing up,
right,
sorting the line out and then powering kind of thing. So they kind of said that they knew it was happening, but because he had done it throughout the day, the chase driver should have known.
Should be adapting.
Should have spotted it and adapted to it. Really,
I effing hate judging. I absolutely hate it. I wouldn't do it if somebody paid me a lot of money because it's just an absolute nightmare. And this is a prime example of what these people are taking on when they choose to judge an event like this, especially a new event. It's risky, it's dangerous, and it's not fun.
Shit. Poor girlie. Yep, straight. Keep her straight. Keep her coming. We're off.
We're going to go to Paris and have a look at the Eiffel Tower.
So I mean, overall though, how did you enjoy the event? Are you going to go back?
Oh, 100%.
France?
Like Europe drifting, I love. Any different place of drifting and any different championships, I'm always up for going to different events.
The next one is a little bit more local.
Yeah,
it's
a far distant land, the NEC.
So yeah, come from France and to the NEC in Birmingham, round the corner from us, literally probably.
Well, you've just been to get these work wheels.
Collect these from the airport. So yeah, it's round the corner from that. Unfortunately, we have a slight issue with said event.
Bad planning there, Phil.
After
someone's getting married.
Yeah, 12 years of being with Mel, the one day that I choose to get married is on this very day. In fairness, we knew the calendar before. They've changed the calendar.
That's the issue. It was meant to be the week before.
Yeah, absolute bleeps.
Yeah,
and
never mind.
Yeah. Hopefully they'll do it again though.
And how was...
You're repping anyway?
I'll be there.
Yeah,
I'll be there,
and I'm sure you'll send me hungover to film.
I imagine...
you'll be slightly hungover as well.
I won't be hungover at all.
Yeah, Richard's repping as well, I presume, isn't he?
Yeah, if he's not too hungover from your wedding. You basically sabotaged the entire team.
Yeah.
So how was your journey home?
She looks like a cock and balls. Where are we going? Ha! Straight on, Bruce. Straight on.
Think for the Eiffel Tower, bub.
It's the Eiffel Tower,
The Eiffel Tower.
Oh, can I hold it? Where do I need to be?
You're there.
Oh,
Sorry.
We weren't getting a ferry till Monday,
Yeah.
so we decided to take a slow drive home and call in at Paris and have a look at the Eiffel Tower and
Excellent.
a few things, and got a shot of the 32 in front of the Eiffel Tower. Which is
How
quite
lovely.
nice.
Sweet.
How lovely.
And then obviously you've got to make the girlfriend happy.
Yeah, she's been a long way with you.
And she's worked seriously hard this
Yeah.
weekend. Her and Tom have been great friends.
fair play to both of them.
Excellent. Well, it's always an adventure. You never know what's going to happen with drifting. It's a bit of a toss of the coin, but
That's it, exactly.
you're back ready, kind of ready for the next one. We just need to sort you out with a little bit of a new diff or something.
A couple of gears.
Put some teeth back on it. We'll weld some lines. Yeah, that's wicked. Thanks, man.
Good job, team.
Cool.